A video from more Pegasus. This is from 4 days ago. Okay, yeah. 4 days ago. KSI finally got humbled. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, makes you wonder.
KSI is getting absolutely cooked right now. So KSI has just pulled out of his fight with Dylan Dennis. You know, the guy who, instead of fighting on stage, was doing some sort of ancient mating ritual with Logan Paul.
Okay,
and basically KSI
disgusting
put out a video on Twitter where he claims to be sick, and that's why he's not going to be fighting. And basically people have responded to this video just clowning on him, and he's been absolutely losing his mind on Twitter, melting down, beefing with people who are not even actually trying to diss him or anything like that. He's also just arguing with his opponent, Dylan Dennis, which is very productive, obviously, beefing with the literal #1 troll. So we'll be checking out all of that, starting with KSI's pullout video. That sounded very wrong.
Yeah.
Hey everyone.
Pause.
I'm gonna try and make this quick. Me versus Dennis. It's just not gonna happen March 29th, man. I've tried my hardest, but my body has legit just given up. I'm currently in bed, taking antibiotics, trying to recover, but I'm struggling.
Why the f does he have a? Why the f does he have a? Like why the f does he have a penny on his nose though? Like why?
I'm coughing up greenish yellow shit all the time. My sinuses are hurting.
Does it help
to the
with
point
your
where I need
sinuses, buddy?
ibuprofen every day. The tension headaches right here that I'm getting are more painful than you can imagine. I'm using Sudafed daily. I've tried sparring and training, and my body just feels weak. My stamina is just falling off a cliff. I can't even taste right now or smell. Basically, I'm f***ed. I've been ill for almost 3 weeks, and it's just not got better. You know, I've had doctors come around to try and decipher what is going on. And honestly, I've never been this ill for this long in my life, and I hate it. I feel useless, and it's depressing.
Okay, so that's basically his announcement. He says that he's sick and he probably just has a flu or something, and that's why he doesn't want to fight. Now, whether or not you actually believe that he's sick, that is a separate story. Personally, I'm inclined to believe him here just from his voice. Maybe he faked it or whatever. I don't know. I think he probably is actually sick because I don't think anyone is actually scared of Dylan Dennis, right? After his Logan Paul fight, there would be no reason to fake being sick or something like that. But the thing is, people don't actually care. People are sick of KSI's massive ego because what did KSI do when his opponent pulled out? When Alex Wasabi pulled out, or when Dylan Dennis pulled out in the past, KSI relentlessly made fun of them. He humiliated them, and he claimed that they were lying about whatever issue they had, and basically he paraded around like an insufferable D-bag, and the internet is basically just returning the favor now, just clowning on KSI. And this is kind of what happens when your ego is the size of Jupiter and you just lack empathy for other people. The tables eventually turn because, you know, it turns out he's not actually a god. You know, human beings are not gods. We do have problems every now and then something like this happens and you get exactly what you deserve, because on the flip side, you would be making a video laughing at Dylan or Alex if they pulled out for any reason, even if it was legit, because he's known to be a scumbag.
I feel like I've let so many people down. I haven't been able to post any YouTube videos to help promote the fight because I've just been feeling so shit. I'm just sick of being sick, man. And yeah, I'm sorry.
Sick and tired of being tired.
I want to move the fight to another day because, you know, I still want to knock out Dylan Dennis. And yeah, I didn't train this hard for nothing. Either way, I want to say sorry to everyone at Misfit.
If he's acting, then there's premium acting right there, nigga.
For not being in as many videos as I'd like to be. And most importantly, I want to say sorry to the fans.
JJ, I'd like and respect to you, but having the cough is no excuse to pull out. You played in the Sidemen charity match, sung at halftime, and all the interviews and videos, you sounded fine. What's really going on? Okay, so some people on Twitter were saying that he's faking it because he had the Sidemen charity football match 2 weeks ago. And over here in this video, he claims that he's been sick for 3 weeks. So people are saying that the timeline doesn't match up, but apparently he was also sick during the football match. So I don't know. I don't know the truth. Obviously, I'm not his mom here. I'm not his mucal cavities or whatever the hell. I just know that he's a complete egomaniac and nobody's going to feel sorry for him. Bro, it's 8 days away. He got time to recover from a cold, surely. Yeah, so personally, I've never had a cold like this. He even says like this is like the worst thing he's ever had. For me, if I have a cold or something, it usually goes away in like a couple days, maybe maximum like a week. And then if it's like really bad, then you'll have like maybe like a blocked nose for like 2 weeks or something like that. But you can still do a lot of things. But basically, after like 3 or 4 days, you have all your energy back, right? So I don't know what kind of monster illness he's got here, but yeah. Wishing you speedy recovery. And then we got whatever the hell this is. You're a hypocrite. You trash talked Alex and Dylan for pulling out. At least apologize to Alex Wasabi for calling him Pusabi, because this is your second pullout. You told Dylan not to pull out, but you did. I understand that he's ill, but he didn't care about Alex's concussion. This is what I'm saying. Like, he had absolutely no empathy for Alex, who was nothing but nice to him. And yeah, now people are going to clown on you. After you clowned Dylan for pulling out of the first fight because his dad died. Hypocritical. Now, somebody said y'all owe Alex Wasabi a huge apology, and I'm saying y'all because I didn't make fun of him for pulling out. And Alex Wasabi responds saying, not necessary. Colds are formidable foes, hoping for a speedy recovery. Like, Alex is just such a nice guy. He's like hard to hate, honestly. This is the complete opposite of how KSI responded when Alex had a pull out. So this is just complete class from Alex here. All class as always. They saying you deserve an apology for getting shit on. You don't always have to be this nice. You're the bigger man for sure. Alex is more mature than LSI, even though he looks like a 19-year-old. KSI lost his sniffles. Absolute melt. Now, after this, KSI, instead of, you know, resting and recovering for his fight because he's literally sick, he decides to spend all day on Twitter beefing with random people who are not even trying to be mean to him. Then we got a sports commentator called Wade saying, also for all the shit that was talked about Dylan Dennis pulling out of this fight, credit where it is due, he was going to show up. This event was being carried promo-wise by him, and I get that KSI is sick, but I gotta give Dylan some credit here. He was ready to go. And then KSI quote tweets this and loses his mind. Shut the frick up, you annoying waste of oxygen. Surely your knees must hurt so much at this point from sucking off Jake Paul and his team all the freaking time. Give it a rest. Oh my God.
You know it's bad when they call you a dick sucker, buddy.
God, I think you need to also give it a rest, man. You're sick. You think I want to be in this situation? What the hell is wrong with you? Very disrespectful for the people who have paid for hotels and other travel costs that are non-refundable. I get they're annoyed of being sick, but is this really necessary? So what I saw from Wade's tweet there was that he was giving Dylan props or whatever, which I don't think he deserves anyways, but he did not say anything negative to KSI at all. So why is Megamind losing his mind here? Like, I don't understand. Like, bro just needs to beef with everybody. I mean, we all remember the 3-month-long Dan TDM beef when he barely said anything to him, you know? So Wade responded again, Lamau, you never really learn, do you? Always so emotional, you can't even be bothered to read. No one said you wanted this. As a matter of fact, this tweet had nothing to do with you. Exactly. I'm like, why is he so mad? I'm giving Dylan his credit for doing his job and being locked into this fight. Okay, this part I don't agree with. I think Dylan was just gonna mess around again because let's be honest, he wasn't actually trying to do a real fight. But also KSI is a clown for even accepting this fight in the first place when the spread eagle is what he did with Logan last time. Like, both of them are clowns. No idea what Jake had to do with this, but today was the wrong day to play that card. The only person wasting oxygen here is you, pal. Slap another nasal strip on and give it a rest like you should have weeks ago. Maybe then you'd be fighting this week. Oh my God. He's getting bodied. He should just remove the last 5 letters. We got legacy and then, it's just L. It's just... KSI sneezed 3 times this morning and decided to pull out. Okay, if you don't get that reference, that's what Logan said when he fought. He's like, oh, I sneezed 3 times this morning. I couldn't fight.
I will beat KSI 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times. I woke up today, you know what the first thing I did was?
Sneezed.
So it turns out they are canceling the entire event because I guess KSI is like the main attraction there. Damn, they're canceling the whole event. Misfits Boxing, due to an illness to KSI, Misfits Boxing unfinished business scheduled for March 29th in Manchester has been postponed. A further update will be issued next week, including a new date for the event. Okay, now we gotta get to the Dylan Dennis tweets. And we all know what Dylan Dennis does on his Twitter, okay? When he was fighting Logan, he went absolutely ballistic, posting pictures of his wife in a bunch of different scenarios and just humiliating them the entire time. So yeah, this type of response is pretty expected from Dylan. So he starts by saying, ha, pussy at KSI. Then he quote tweets KSI's video and says, I remember my first call. Then he says, played in a full charity soccer match 2 weeks ago, but has been, quote, sick for 3 weeks. So it really depends how much you trust KSI on this. I don't think he would go through the effort of like faking his voice or whatever. I did think it was convenient that he did cough on video. That's pretty funny. But also, it's possible that maybe in the charity match that he had like symptoms of a cold, like he had a blocked nose or something like that. But then he had the energy, right? Sometimes when you're sick, you only have those symptoms, but you actually have all your energy and you don't have like a fever or anything like that. And that's why he could play in the match. So people responding, illness can be progressive. He may have just started out with a mild cold, manageable with cold and flu tablets and fluids. Don't try and call him out for not being sick, because if he wanted to pull out of this fight, he would have just done so. Postponement isn't the same thing. So that's another thing. Like, he hasn't completely pulled out, that it might be rescheduled to later. But also, this is KSI we're talking about, the guy who said he's gonna fight Jake 7 years ago. So, you know, we never know. But again, he is fighting Dylan, which obviously nobody's going to be afraid of. And also, who is buying tickets to this match, man? Like, nobody wants to see this. You're probably going to get scammed if you're one of the people that actually shows up for this. I think your autonomous right to handle your own money needs to be revoked, because you are incompetent at handling money if you're wasting your money on dumb shit like this. People are making edits. KSI's next video pulled out laughing at myself. Basically, if you don't get the reference, KSI has a series on his channel called Laughing at Some Person, and he's done it with Alex Wasabi. I think he's done it with Dylan Dennis as well. So yeah, this is tough. Now Dylan is bringing up old tweets. KSI tweeted out, "You're right, I don't pull out of fights," in 2023, and Dylan tweets out, "This aged well." And this was in response to, "You're not me, kid. Stop it. Tommy left his girl to go on Love Island." So again, KSI is just showing KSI being immature as hell. We already know Dylan is an absolute turd as well. And here's where it starts to get too far. People are replying saying, "Leak his girlfriend. I even DM'd you it. Drop the girlfriend pic or stop, bro." So basically, Dylan was making fun of Logan's girlfriend. So now, I don't know why people want him to leak KSI's girlfriend, who is private, and I don't think nobody knows who that actually is. So that would be a complete violation of privacy. That would be doxing, and I do not support that. That's horrible. Don't do that. Now, KSI responds saying, "I haven't pulled out, you cretin. It's postponed. Your punishment is just getting delayed." Somebody responds, "If you want me to deal with him personally, just say the word, JJ. I'll do whatever you say." Is this a 13-year-old? This has got to be a 13-year-old, man. That's still pulling out. Dylan Dennis, 2 knee surgeries, 30-pound weight disadvantage, dealing with BS lawsuit, carried all the promotion, never boxed before, showed up. Damn. Runny nose, pulled out. That's pulling out. You pulled out. I had my entire family flying from Uganda. It's crazy. That's a meme. That's gotta be a meme. Now, one of these accounts caught a screenshot from KSI. KSI threatens to put a number on Dylan Dennis's head after he threatened to reveal the identity of KSI's girlfriend. So apparently KSI quote tweets Dylan saying, "If you want a number on your head, go ahead." But this looks very fake to me. Like, where is the likes? Where is the retweets? Why is it completely if I go on KSI's account right now, I can't see the tweet. So either he deleted it or this is completely fake. And if this is real, this is going way too far, obviously, on KSI's end as well. I don't think he'd be stupid enough to tweet something like this. If he actually did, holy shit, but I think this is fake. Attacking a man's girl or family is lowball. They aren't in the limelight. Better if he went after KSI directly. I would say yes, and I still don't advocate any of that, but let's not forget what KSI did, like literally right before this, when he was about to box that footballer. He brought up a drama from over a decade ago where a man got cheated on, and he made fun of the guy that got cheated on. That is absolutely astronomical, cringe. So KSI does bring family members into it as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if people did the same to him, but it is still a shitty thing to do, and I think nobody should be doing it because it's just cringe. It's like, if you're a man, you know, you go after the same person, you know? KSI girlfriend reveal. If you want a number on your head, clown to clown communication, actually true. Both are going way too far. I hope this doesn't escalate at all because this is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I wanted to quickly look at the face-off between KSI and Dylan Dennis, and this was posted 2 days ago, so I don't know. Timeline's pretty weird here if KSI was actually sick. It was probably recorded in the past, though.
Oh, you finally showed up.
Always show up.
Not with me.
Come on.
You did show up with me. I can see the forehead
years
now,
ago.
finally. I never seen it before.
Yeah, I mean, when I fight, you're gonna see this.
It's
I know I'm gonna be
massive.
hitting.
You don't remember that you
You know
pulled
that.
out the fight.
Yeah. Well,
You pulled
I'm
out
here
the
now.
fight.
I'm here
Basically,
now.
tried to
You can
ruin
literally,
the
like-
whole event. You
Dang.
had to fight Temper instead.
Who's terrible?
Literally, like, put, like,
That's all that happened.
So you
action
pulled out.
figures on top of that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That shit
What was the reason for pulling out?
insane.
Didn't-
Disclose reasons. I'm not gonna go into it because if he says something, then there's gonna be a fight.
Right.
You know what it is, so yeah. If you
And
want to do that, you're gonna
KSI,
get hurt.
No, I mean,
If you want to speak on that, then
I'm
then
not-
during yeah, no,
we're
okay, I
not
respect
gonna
that.
go. We won't go there.
Okay,
we don't need to
I
go
respect,
there. We don't need to
you
go
did
there.
go
do
there.
we?
I just wanted to see if you would say it to my face.
We don't need to go there.
And KSI, are you worried that he won't turn up on March 29th?
He will. He's getting sued by Logan Paul.
Yeah, a guy that you
You're
associate
getting
with.
sued, buddy.
That just knows that
you need all the money.
that just
you can
shows
get
that that just
to
shows
come
that you're
through.
not from the streets, bro.
Bro.
You're hanging out with a guy that sues people. Who is that? Do that?
Bro, you don't know what I'm about to do to you, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, well, that just didn't happen. KSI was the one that actually ended up pulling out, which is shocking for sure. But this entire video is like cut up shots of like Dylan just making fun of KSI's forehead.
You know, it's funny. He's a good kid. I met you. Remember when you came to SPG? How long ago was that?
I don't remember.
And you sat in the gym. And he was like humble, sitting there playing video games, asking me for autographs and stuff.
I definitely did
Yeah,
not
he
do
did.
that.
You don't remember this?
Nope.
There's a picture of us.
Don't remember.
Yeah, he was like a nice, humble kid. He's like a little brother to me, you know?
Why have you not posted that picture on X?
It
Yeah.
has been posted. I think
Well,
have you
show
put-
it.
I don't have it on me, on my phone.
I mean,
I'll post it after.
I
He
took
was
a
a good
picture
kid.
of Connor.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
fine.
not you.
I'm telling you, you did.
I
Yeah,
don't
for
think anyone
autograph.
gives a you.
I'm telling you, ask for
You're
autograph.
literally
I signed your
a
forehead.
stain on this earth.
I signed your forehead. That has got to be the most diabolical statement anyone has.
As you know how visible that this autograph would look like. That nigga forehead like in your face.
Ever said to KSI. Now, I don't know if this story is true at all. Like, KSI
God
was like a
damn.
fan of Dylan or something and came up to him in the past or something. I don't know. That doesn't seem to add up. KSI doesn't seem to recognize that story at all. I think he would remember if someone signed his forehead. That's definitely a joke or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. KSI's just getting toasted here. Dylan might be a clown, but he's a good roaster. I'll give him that.
On Earth, yeah.
Yeah, like,
you're not?
No,
didn't.
not at all. I'm
Don't make
going
me
to
get
get
into
rid
this
of you
stuff.
for
Stop.
good.
Yeah, okay.
I
And
signed
then
your
it'll be done.
forehead.
Dude, no one knows you in America. No one knows I'm fighting you.
That is
No
actually
one knows you. And you.
that's cap. I
It's
got
true.
a gold with thick of it. People know me.
That's because TikTok.
So people know me then.
They don't know you.
Yeah,
Song. There's song.
They know me.
Song is catchy. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's you're complimenting
man,
me.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
catchy
sure,
song.
at the same time.
Well, I can't say it's a catchy song. Well, I can't give you a compliment on that. It's a catchy song.
Oh
It's
man.
but it's catchy. There's songs that are catchy,
Cool.
right? Am I wrong?
It's a good song. But
It's
Dylan,
not a good song. It's catchy.
Dylan,
It's
on-
catchy.
on-
You still call yourself KSI. You're 32 years old. You gotta let it go.
Sure.
You took out the bandana. You're growing up. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
cool. You get to see it, bro.
Against
It's crazy,
Logan
bro.
Paul.
But
Dylan,
why don't you get that fixed? You got money.
I don't
Yeah,
what
you do.
people
Come
think
on.
or
Stop
say.
I actually feel bad for KSI here. He's just getting toasted. Like, I don't know why KSI would
got
not have it
fried.
covered in this particular like face off. He has it covered like all day, every day, everywhere. He could be sitting on the toilet at home. He'll be wearing his bandana, but for some reason when he gets
Decided-
the face off with Dylan, he decides to take it off, and the jabs
Expose
just
it.
keep coming and coming. And there's really no like way to defend yourself or like a good rebuttal for this. He's just getting toasted left and right.
in recent interviews, you've said you are definitely knocking out Dylan Dennis.
Yep, yep.
You stand by that?
Yes.
He's been
stand
saying
by
you
it.
said that about Tommy too.
Yeah, and
Hey,
then
what happened?
But I put on how many pounds? Like 25 pounds.
Oh my God, who cares about weight?
Yeah, okay.
And real
weight-
fighters don't
weight
care
is-
about weight.
Weight is very important.
No, it's not.
I didn't do a walk
I'll fight any of these guys
I didn't do a
anyway.
walk for that fight.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I was the exact weight that we were meant to fight at.
I'll fight anybody. I was gonna fight Eddie Hall. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If you're a real fighter, you about weight.
All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah. How much do you weigh now?
Cool. I don't need to tell you.
Okay, Dylan is all talk, no bite. Obviously, he will talk a lot of trash and then in the ring basically do nothing and run away. And KSI, you know, he trash talks a ton. He probably won't live up to it exactly. Like, he'll probably just win the fight. He probably won't get a knockout or anything because Dylan's just going to run away or whatever. But, yeah, weight obviously does matter in a boxing fight. If somebody is way heavier, it's going to be harder to knock them out. That's why there's, like, weight classes and shit like that. I don't know what's going on here. This is so like, such an awkward interview. interview. Receding hairline versus proceeding hairline. You still call yourself KSI, you're 32 years old. You asked for an autograph, I signed your forehead. You've got money, why don't you fix that? In prison, he'd be holding my pocket. Dylan's a masterclass troll. I know we're supposed to hate him, but I find this dude hilarious. He puts up troll fighters and just does whatever he wants. The fact that he's still getting fights, dude's a top tier troll. Dennis is that dude you want on your side when you're in the argument game. Man has a common cold and acting like he has a mystery illness. Dies from cringe. What about all the other fighters that have been training their ass off and now aren't fighting because JJ needs a cough drop? Okay, I do feel bad for the other fighters on the event because it's not just a 1v1 thing. There's a bunch of undercards or whatever going on the event. I mean, I guess they're saying they're just going to postpone it, right? So you'll still get to fight, but, you know, it's different from, you know, being prepared on that day or the week before. Sometimes you got to specifically diet down to reach a specific weight class or gain weight or something like that. Hotels, plane tickets, and all need to be refunded. A lot of their money can't be fully refunded. I understand the want for a better event and things to all be done right. Personally, I lost over 1K over a non-refundable hotel and flight tickets for the flight week. I'm broke. I'm a little confused here because isn't it like next week? So like, why would you be flying down a week earlier? I mean, maybe that's true, or maybe they're trolling. I can't tell. Honestly, it's hard to tell now. Bro's in the sick of it. That's a classic. A classic. Anyways, KSI back with another L.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hey, who knows, bro? How's it for him? He should drink Prime and eat some lunchly to feel better. I heard they have real cheese and lots of electrolytes. Nah, this comment right here is diabolical. What the fuck? Sad for him. He should drink Prime, eat some lunchlies. Oh my god, they got it fucked up. I'm not gonna cap. They got it fucked up, chat. They got it fucked up. W fucking video. I'ma lick that. Y'all know what to do, man. God damn, that was fire though.